What's up, y'all? This is Mike Manzer with another Manzer Faust Productions video, and guess what time it is, motherfuckers? Boom. Look at this shit. So, this is the May package, the Black Friday, halfway to Black Friday, my bad, sale items, and some other items from back in April, I believe. So, let's open this son of a bitch up. This is gonna be a long one. I can already tell. But I'm excited to talk about a lot of this stuff. If you caught my, if you caught my live stream on, oh God, what was the date? Whatever date the halfway to Black Friday sale went live. Pretty much bought everything they announced for the Vinegar Syndrome part of that sale. So aside for now. Now comes the part probably everyone hates, is where I have to organize this shit. But yeah, insane. I've already ordered a few things from the partner label month slate, so that's exciting. Some really cool titles there. I might talk about those in a upcoming live stream. Haven't thought that out quite yet. But keep your eyes peeled on the channel, and you might see something like that. Let's see here. There's a lot. There is a lot. I anticipated this being gigantic. I wasn't sure if it would all ship out at the same time. I should probably edit this down, but you know me, I'm not gonna do that. So, there we go. Dropping shit. Look at me. Look at me. I'm a mess. Alright, so gonna try to just do this off the cuff. So let's start with the partner label releases, as we always do. This is from AGFA. I picked this up during the 420 sale. This is Terminal Degeneration, the films of John Moritsugu. Cool packaging. You got the hard box. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flicks. Definitely has a low budget kind of 90s Doom generation kind of vibe to it. You got these this newer kind of slipcover that AGFA's been doing with the kind of film reel, a little bit of grain. Very cool. So yeah, it's sort of like a early 90s NC-17 kind of style stuff. Going back to 89 actually, but dig into these. Should be a good time. I'll probably do a boxed in episode about that. Very cool. And AGFA's been doing a real good job with these releases as well lately, so shout out to them. Alright, so up next, got a ton of Deaf Crocodile titles since they are leaving the OCN. I am considering doing the 6 months on Diabolic DVD for their subscription service. I'm not gonna dive into like the full 500 right now. I just can't afford it at this point. Got a lot of other stuff coming up, but definitely want to do the 6 months. I want to keep supporting Def Crocodile because they are releasing some really cool stuff. I've been hyping them up since I got into them. So yeah. So first one, I'm gonna go in chronological. This is Son of the Stars. This is kind of, I think this is like a sequel to Delta Space Mission, which is like one of the coolest animated films that they've released. I was really hyped on that, so I'm really hyped to dig into the rest of the films from the people involved. So very cool. Next, Assassin of the Tsar with Malcolm McDowell. Very cool outer slip. Believe this is Russian from 1991. So this is a newer title as far as the Def Crocodile stuff goes, but this looks interesting, and they've done a really great job with a lot of these Russian films, Zero Grad, things like that. So yeah. This is a Finnish film, which is pretty cool. Time of Roses. If you've been watching my channel, you know I am a fan of Finnish punk rock, hardcore, black metal, more extreme kind of music. They got a good amount of like pogo, pop punk kind of stuff as well, but not as familiar with their film, their cinema. I've seen a few, but not as deep into it. This is from 1969, so really excited to dive into this. Looks great, like black and white, atmospheric, I guess. So yeah, can't wait to dive into that. Looks very cool. And one of the newer animated titles. I love this style of animation too. Benny's Bathtub, sort of the surrealist, like, sort of thing. So yeah. So yeah, if I end up getting the package, the subscription, I'll probably do a video following up on an older video I did on Def Crocodile, just talking about some recommendations of some titles that I've gotten since then, and talk about my overall thoughts of the label and what I'm excited for going forward. So yeah, Benny's Bathtub. Boom. We have a Film Movement title. I haven't gotten any of their Film Movement releases, but this one I was really excited about. This is from Andrzej Zulawski, who did Possession, which is, you know about Possession. And this is The Most Important Thing, Love. I've had this one on the watch list for a long time. Heard so many good things. And having seen only Possession, I believe. I might have seen another one. I cannot remember off the top of my head. But, man, I can't wait to dive into this. Seems like a much more kind of like family dispute, domestic kind of drama. So, looks pretty good. You got a booklet from Kat Ellinger. Oh, I always fuck up their names. Kat Ellinger, she does excellent essays, really good supplement works on all this. You got a interview with the director. Yeah, not a lot of special features, but really great release. Excited to dig into that. Another one during the 420 sale I picked up. This is Hellaware from Factory 25. I've had my eye on this for a while. It's stuck around a real long time. This is like one of the first Factory 25 releases when they became a partner label. Looks pretty cool. Kind of stoner, low budget, a little bit of a Juggalo vibe. So looking forward to digging into that. Should be fun. I've been pretty into a A lot of the, yeah, like a little, like, you can't really see it, but it's got like a little bit of a inner artwork, which looks kind of cool. Yeah, so yeah, looking forward to finally digging into this. From what I've seen, it looks pretty cool. Solid, low budget kind of stuff. We got the newest from Saturn's core. Ugh, God, Ultramegalopolis. I cannot pronounce this name. This looks nuts, though. It's kind of like a pseudo-documentary, like street culture. I believe it's LA in the early 90s. Yeah. Long one, too. This is probably the longest film that Saturn's core has put out at 2.5 hours. So it's 1:49. So yeah, just about 2.5 hours. But it looks pretty cool. It's almost kind of gives up the vibe of sort of like a Mondo film from the 60s and 70s. So yeah, that should be pretty cool. Definitely an aesthetic I haven't seen with a lot of shot on video kind of stuff, but definitely one that they could do like a lot of interesting things with for sure. The low budget, the more kind of consumer grade footage, which is always very cool. So excited to dig into that. All right. And from the VHShitfest, which I haven't seen a new release in a minute. The last one I picked up from them, Blind Faith, was really kind of cool. I don't really remember it too much, but this is Game of Pleasure. I'm kind of getting sort of like a early 90s kind of erotic thriller. Maybe the more like made-for-TV kind of stuff. This is from, I don't know. They don't list the year, but definitely has that kind of early 90s, like Basic Instinct exploitation kind of stuff. And I'm kind of hit or miss with a lot of these. I'm not big on, I've been very vocal about how I do not like Basic Instinct, mostly because I think Michael Douglas is a shit actor and everything but Falling Down, and some of his later stuff got pretty good, but I've never been like a big Michael Douglas fan. He kind of drags that movie down. I used to say it was a lot of like Esterhaus's writing, but I do like a few of Esterhaus's films. I really love, I don't know if he did Jade, but that was really good, and I really loved, obviously, Showgirls, so. But interested in digging into this, for sure. You know, VHShitfest is definitely a cool vibe. Definitely down with it. Alright, so, yeah, let's do this one first. We got Dangerous Game, the newest from Cinématographe. This is a 1993 film from Abel Ferrara, so I'm psyched to get this. You know, we got the Schrader last month with Touch, which was amazing, and really love that film. So I'm really excited to have Dangerous Game. Continuing on this amazing packaging from Cinématographe. This is starring Harvey Keitel, Madonna, James Russo. You get kind of a surreal sort of comment on Hollywood lifestyle and you know, the kind of traditions that they have therein, and it looks pretty interesting. A lot of early 90s Madonna stuff is kind of hit or miss, but I really do think when you get her in the right role and she actually plays off the rest of the cast very well, it's very cool. And loving Bad Lieutenant, also with Harvey Keitel and directed by Abel Ferrara. Really excited to see how they work together on this. Probably a different vibe, but yeah, looks really great. Really excited for this and everything else that they have been releasing on the label. Justin Liberty doing an excellent job. And then we got the new Degausser video, The Ripper with Tom Savini, quote unquote. I have not watched this yet, but it's pretty dismal reviews. Savini's very vocally about how he does not want to be associated with this movie. So yeah, he sees this cover, he's probably going to be a little bit frustrated. But it's also from the director of Blood Cult, I think, or it's one of the people that was involved in Blood Cult. You have executive producer of Terra 10 Killer. Yeah, looks like an interesting kind of 90s shot on video, 80s, my bad. This is like early 86, so interested in finally digging into this. It's got some real great special features. You got, oh, well, they got an interview with Tom Savini, so I guess he's going to say something about it, but we'll see. From what I've heard, he's only in it for like a small amount of time, and he's pretty dismal as an actor in it, but yeah, why not? So, looking forward to digging into that nonetheless. And yeah, I think that, oh, wait, VSAs. So, yeah. So, we got Lifeline. This looks really good. This is the first 4K on VSA. This is a Johnny Toe film. Really psyched on that. Ooh. Hong Kong, sort of like a backdraft kind of Hong Kong film. So you have this kind of corruption in the firefighter, the firefighter corruption and all that kind of stuff. And I haven't seen Backdraft in years. I've probably watched it when I was real young. That might be one to revisit, see if it holds up. I kind of doubt it, but really excited to dive into this. I love a lot of Johnny Toe's work, and I keep saying it, they're killing it on these Hong Kong releases, especially on the VSA label. They've been incredible, and obviously there's going to be more Hong Kong mentioned later on. We got The Instructor, sort of a Champagne and Bullets Miami connection, this kind of vanity project vibe. So I adore Champagne and Bullets, how fucking absurdly stupid it is. It's getting up there on one of my favorites, so excited to dive into this. I love my vanity projects, especially when they involve awful, goofy looking white dudes doing kung fu. Yeah. All right. So let's just dive into these main Vinegar Syndrome titles. Chuck Norris, Invasion USA, 4K. I am kind of psyched on this. I love Invasion USA. I'm not big on this fucking artwork, but what can you do? It's good, but I don't know. It doesn't really say Invasion USA to me at all. But this is 86 canon. Like, dude, this is like, you talk about canon films after you talk about Charles Bronson. You gotta talk about the Chuck Norris films, and the one that always goes to the top of the list of like favorites after like Missing in Action. You got Invasion USA, great like Red Dawn style. This is Joseph Zito, who also did The Prowler and Friday the 13th, the final chapter, my favorite Friday the 13th. And it's just ridiculous. One-liners from Chuck Norris, ridiculous guns and explosions. What you want from a crazy 80s canon action film, just total sleaze, questionable politics as you would expect, but yeah, total fucking balls out, insane Chuck Norris film. So really psyched to get into this. I have it on VHS, so see it in 4K. You got a lot of special features. Yeah, a lot of interviews. Yeah, looks really, really fun. Yeah. All right. Up next, staying with the 4Ks, we got China O'Brien, the next in the line of Cynthia Rothrock, Hong Kong. I believe this is a Hong Kong film. Great packaging on the 4K as usual. Giant fucking packaging. I did say earlier that I got all of the titles. I did not order Navy SEALs yet, and I did not order the VSP, but hopefully they will still be available come July when the Vinegar Syndrome catalog goes back online. So got a nice little booklet, some information probably on the film and her career in China at the time. Nice, basic inner slip. Big chunky case, these 4Ks, man. It's probably got a booklet inside of it. I doubt that, but yeah. So psyched on this. You got China O'Brien 1 and 2. This is from, one of them's from 1990. It says both of them from 1990. That's kind of strange. They were really cranking them out if that is true. This is yeah. I don't have Robert Klaus, who directed Enter the Dragon as well. So yeah, really psyched to dig into these. I've loved a lot of the Cynthia Rothrock titles. Undefeatable. Really loved one of the VSA's Sworn to Justice was really good, and I'm one of the few people that really loved Tiger Claws. So really psyched on digging into that. All right, this one's interesting. I am not a fan of this movie, but just having it in like HD, getting some context into the film, and this is a director I've had kind of a weird obsession with, just because his movies are so fucking bad. And just the history of this and how it got used in the director's other films and everything. Just like, this is gonna be a fascinating watch for sure. We got Criminally Insane, 250 pounds of maniacal fury, and another film, Satan's Black Wedding. I really like that artwork on that a lot. These are both, I believe these are both shot on 16 millimeter, like extremely low budget as it says, and it's from 74, and this is definitely like, you can see a lot of the kind of ideas that would be used on shot on video movies in the early 1980s. I wouldn't say they were directly influenced by this, but you can see some of the ideas, and like I said, he would use a lot of this in Crazy Fat Ethel 2, this because Criminally Insane is also known as Crazy Fat Ethel. The Death Nurse films, which I believe were released on DVD. I would want to say maybe they'll release it on Degausser. I don't really care. If they do, I'll buy it for sure, but I don't really, I have no stake in that game. Because like I've said, Criminally Insane's decent, but you can tell it's budget. You can it's almost like this kind of Andy Milligan kind of like, who fucking thinks this way? Like, you got the elements of early 70s exploitation, kind of low budget, out there cinema, outsider cinema almost, and it's just like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Which is very fascinating to watch, to be honest, if you get it in. There's a few I can't get into. I've tried with Ted V. Michaels, and I just hate pretty much everything I've seen from him. I mean, Orgy of the Dead is fun to laugh at, but god damn, I don't think I've watched that without the Frank Henenlotter commentary, because it's just fucking unbearable. Definitely has that vibe of later Ed Wood when he's just like off his fucking rocker. I'm also not a huge fan of Take It Out and Trade. I thought that movie sucked. Just kind of the whole like nudie cutie kind of aspect to it really irked me. I'm not a fan of those films. They're just kind of redundant and annoying, and the as Frank Henenlotter put it, the goofy faces and naked tits. Goofy faces, naked tits, and goofy faces. It's just like that's all they fucking are. It's just it was almost like beach party movies where they're resurrecting all these. Why am I getting into this? Anyway, Nick Millard kind of falls into that, where it's just like, what the fuck is this? And I say this a lot, and then I end up getting into whatever genre it is, but I doubt I'll be a Nick Millard stan after watching this. I mean, Jesus Franco never hit for me either, but I'm interested in digging into it. It looks like we have a shit ton of special features, and great for contextual aspects of the filmmaking and the time period and everything. So yeah, looking forward to digging into that, even though I probably will not be head over heels for the film itself. And this is not last. A lot of you probably know what's last, but we got Homegrown Horrors Volume 3, and I've loved minus one film, the last two. The only film I didn't like out of the last two was in the second box. Dead Girls just did not vibe with that movie. But I'm excited about this. Got some real great artwork. We got Revenge in here, which is the people who did Blood Cult once again. So cool to have, like, the kind of Blood Cult connections with this and the Ripper. So we got Revenge, which I have not seen Revenge yet either, so really looking forward to digging into that. These are all, if you're not familiar with the series, kind of, interesting artwork this time. I need to reverse these. It probably has the original art. Deadly Love, have not seen this. Looks good. These are all regional, sort of low budget film fare, and Hauntedween. I have definitely seen Hauntedween. I actually do love this film. Got great atmosphere. It's got these ridiculous songs. I can't remember the name of the band. But it's almost like this kind of haunted house, like, attraction built out of some guy's, like, backyard kind of situation. You got this live band playing. It's like a real party film, so it's a lot of fun. So, but the few times I've seen it have been on this, like, YouTube rip that somebody uploaded years ago, which is the same people that used to upload stuff like Terra 10 Killer, stuff like that, before it got it to HD. So yeah, looking forward to seeing this in great quality. There's some awesome kills, some ridiculous characters. It's a lot of fun. It's some great 1991, but it's got a real 80s, still kind of stuck in the 80s kind of feel to it. So really excited about that. So yeah, kind of hyped on getting into these for sure. All right, now got some merch. Let me open this up. Got this awesome shirt based on the artwork of the VSL box set. I cannot remember the dude's name, but I like this a lot. Don't have a lot of yellow shirts. Actually, most of what I have is black. Nothing on back. So yeah, wanted to pick this up during the sale. Looks pretty big too for a large, but I can fit in it now, so who gives a shit? And because of that, this is a lot thicker than I anticipated. We got the, if you ordered any Vinegar Syndrome press material, they sent you a free copy of the Sweet Sugar comic. This looks cool. Yeah, very cool. I do like the film Sweet Sugar. It's one of the more fun early Vinegar Syndrome titles. The artwork on this looks incredible. You have a little bit of information on the making of the film and some of the concept drawings. Real fun. That'll be cool. And of course, had to get Lucio Fulci's House by the Cemetary, the 4th release from Vinegar Syndrome Publishing, once again from Ibon Press. We haven't seen a lot of Fulci. We had the zombie release, and then we had a couple of Maniac, which are fun. So I'm really interested in digging into House by the Cemetery. I know there is a City of the Living Dead, Gates of Hell comic, and I hope that one's coming soon. Open this thing up. You got some great artwork. You know, it's probably, when I say it's my least favorite out of the trilogy, The Beyond, City of the Living Dead, and House by the Cemetery, it's definitely not a bad film. I love House by the Cemetery. Bob, you can't talk about this movie without ranking on Bob, who I've been realizing was kind of a slight mainstay in Italian films at that time. He was also in another Fulci film, and he was in After Fall in New York? One of them. One of the Castellari. But that main cover image has always been one of my favorites. Very cool. Not going to open up the individual issues, but man, that is awesome artwork. Hell yeah. Very, very cool. Hell yeah. Yep. And we got I guess this is like a making of issue, behind the scenes. Nice kind of concept drawings on that. Got issue 1. I think Vince Locke, famous for the Cannibal Corpse album covers and one of my favorite comic books, Dead World, did the artwork on here. Very, very nice. And you can see his definite style, the heavy use of like gray and brownish kind of backgrounds. Very cool. Oh, man. I am psyched on digging into these. And yeah, just love seeing this Vinegar Syndrome Publishing really picking up their game. You know, it was a little slow at first. You know, it was like every 6 months they would have like a title or something. But man, this is like 2 months in a row, I think, that have new titles. So really psyched on digging into these. These are a lot of fucking fun. And yeah, that will do it. Luckily, this video did not go on as long as I had anticipated. But yeah, get down there in the comments. Let's talk about, like, what did you see in the video that I did not order? You think I should go back and order when Psycho's live in July. What did you get in your package? What did you not get that you're looking forward to picking up later on? What are some movies that you think suck and you want nothing to do with? Let's have a conversation down there, and like and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. Yeah, I think I'm working on an interview coming up. I do not have a date on that. I haven't really been able to follow up with the person yet, but hopefully that will be up soon. Kind of relevant. You will know why when you see it. Yeah, and probably got a stopwatch and listen in the works. I keep saying that and keep fucking up, but we'll see. And I might do a kind of partner label, like overlook live stream later on in the week. We'll see what's up. But yeah, that'll about do it. So yeah, again, down there in the comments, talk about what you're excited about in the coming months and what you got in your package and everything like that. And yeah, that'll about do it like I said. So this is Mike Manzer with another Manzer Faust Productions video, and stay fucking metal.